Her voice is the warm welcome to John Deere Classic competitors.
Transportation, this is CJ. How may I help you?
CJ stays busy.
And thanks for joining us. Bye-bye.
As a volunteer in transportation.
We run errands, we pick up families, we set up a hospitality area at the airport so when the pros come in, they can get their cars right there.
But it's more than just shuffling people from A to B.
It's family.
CJ is like a mother to the professional golfers and their families.
Have a good week.
Like pro golfer Dickie Pride.
I remember his baby was sick and he had to get to the hotel and I rushed him. He was just devastated. She's 17 now, and I just, just knowing these kids all these years, it's just kind of fun to see their families grow.
Her nurturing just comes naturally.
Being a mom and a grandmom. So.
The family community is what keeps her volunteering year after year.
So I am 28 years old, so you've been doing this as long as I've been alive.
Wow.
And she's not stopping anytime soon.
My husband keeps saying, how long are you going to do this? I said, maybe until I can't do it anymore.
Until then, she'll keep tending to the JDC family every summer.
Okay. Have a good one. Thank you.
With photojournalist Brad Vidmar, Brittany Price, Local 4 News. Local 4 News found out firsthand just how important golf carts are to getting around the John Deere Classic at TPC Deere Run.
Okay, here is our cart barn. Cart barn.
Also known as the Arky Mahal.
Yeah.
Nicknamed after Steve Arky Lovell.
I bleed green and yellow, so it's just the way it is.
Everyone knows Arky at the John Deere Classic. He put in 37 years working at John Deere, and for 35 years he's been volunteering at the annual golf tournament.
Hey Jim, I need you to go up and pick up that guy up by the clubhouse.
He oversees cart transportation on the course.
We're in charge of all the golf cars for the tournament.
They keep the carts running, transport staff, and deliver meals to volunteers.
It's also a lot of running just up and down and just delivering people where they need to be.
After years of volunteering together, Arky and his team have become a close-knit group.
We're all a family here, and we love coming back and seeing everybody once a year, and everybody gets together and we have a good time.
A very good time.
Well, I got some stories, but
But most importantly,
it's about the community. It's about giving back.
Since 1971, the John Deere Classic has delivered more than $70 million to regional charities, most of it through its Birdies for Charity program.
We help everybody. There's 400-something charities that benefit from this.
And longtime volunteers like Arky know why the tournament is such a success.
The community really embraces it, and they come out and enjoy it and have a good time with it.
With photojournalist Brad Vidmar, Brittany Price, Local 4 News. That's Joe Cavins keeping watch on his flock of cars.
We picked up 200 and I believe 15 on Saturday.
Those vehicles play an important role in the John Deere Classic.
To keep everything rolling along, people have to be where they're supposed to be at the time they're supposed to be there.
Volunteers run a tight ship, making sure everything is on schedule.
Pick up players, pick up wives, pick up families.
The back and forth chauffeuring requires an investment of energy and time.
I take about 15 days of vacation for this event.
But for Cavins, the effort is well worth it.
Meeting other people, talking to them, getting to know them.
The community atmosphere keeps him coming back. This is his 25th year as a JDC volunteer.
It's pretty much like a family.
With photojournalist Brad Vidmar, Brittany Price, Local 4 News.
And every one of our businessmen are trying to figure out a way to cash in on an extra 30 or 40,000 people that come to town.
Silvis City Clerk Jim Nelson says the economy of Silvis is really good. Tax revenue is up, and when the John Deere Classic is in town, it jumps 8 to 12%. That equates to a six-figure sum for its 1% municipal sales tax for the month of July. Taking a look at the numbers, when the tournament began in 2000, Silvis was bringing in $47,000 in sales tax revenue in July. It got a big bump in 2003 with $61,000 and again in 2008 with $87,000. It crossed the $100,000 mark in 2013, and last year the city's sales tax revenue hit $150,000.
Can you imagine our small little community without a hotel, without a car rental agency, without the big name restaurants that the other communities have? That's what we pull in from the John Deere Classic.
The city of Silvis is short on hotels. In fact, it has none. But one thing it does have is restaurants, all looking to grab a slice of that John Deere Classic pie. It's all hands on deck for the Barrel House, now in its second year here in Silvis.
As the week gets longer and the heat gets more and more, you see quite a few people wanting to take a little pit stop, and we're right here off Avenue of the Cities by Hy-Vee, and so it's great for people to just take a break from a long week of golf.
Director of Operations Abraham Blair expects a 25 to 35% increase this week in business over a typical week.
I mean, everybody loves our community. We're just very homey, and we have lots of fun stuff to offer that people don't necessarily always realize that the Quad Cities, has.
Doc Sin is an old pro at JDC Week. Owner John Stapoulis throws a party every year. This go-round, he's moving the Banana Ball to a bigger venue at the Rock Island County Fairgrounds.
We have 7 bands lined up over the 3 days. Some great food vendors coming in. We're excited because the VIP parking's right there. So, we're really excited about, where the event's going. Hopefully we can bring in some national acts next year.
He anticipates thousands of people a night between the restaurant and the fairgrounds and says he'll easily make 100% plus profit.
It's nice to have that one really great week that, kind of makes your year. So, yeah, it's exciting.
But Nelson says the secret to Silvis' success isn't the John Deere Classic, rather fiscal responsibility.
Everybody's taxes are high right now, but that's just the way things are in the state of Illinois, but we've been able to not increase our municipal taxes, and I think over the last 14 years we're just about the same as we were 14 years ago.
And he adds if the Classic were to ever leave TPC Deere Run, the city would be just fine. In the meantime, the extra income isn't too bad. In Silvis, James Sears, Local 4 News.
John Deere Classic, it's always a good week. I mean, when it comes to town, then certainly we have a very, very good week.
In fact, Jumer's Casino and Hotel is sold out. Public Relations Manager Bill Rinks says the high occupancy rate during John Deere Classic is right up there close to New Year's.
We will do great. We will have an absolutely wonderful week, and we're happy for that. For others, it'll be an even better week.
The feeling is mutual for hotels in Moline, Davenport, and Bettendorf. For some, it's all about this week. The Quad City International Airport is a hotbed of activity for car rentals. Companies even bringing in extra cars to accommodate the increased traffic. Homeowners, too, are benefiting from the John Deere Classic. Some renting out their driveways, others their house. RentLikeAChampion.com works with around 20 Quad Cities area homeowners, focusing exclusively on the week of the John Deere Classic. All those out-of-town guests are here to see or take part in the tournament, and that amounts to a direct economic impact of $54 million on the QC, says Quad Cities Convention and Visitor Bureau President and CEO Joe Taylor.
Hotels are certainly in there, restaurants, entertainment, attractions, gasoline, all the things that you need to spend a week in the Quad Cities. They're out exploring. They're going across the river into another state. They're crossing the city boundary into another city. They're going upriver to LeClaire. They're doing they're seeing all the things that the Quad Cities has to offer.
It's that tourism that makes the Quad Cities a regional destination, known as the smallest event on the PGA Tour with the largest hometown feel, according to those in the golfing world. Taylor says 20 to 40% of business in the Quad Cities relies on tourism, and adds if the John Deere Classic wasn't here, pumping the tens of millions of dollars into the local economy, it'd definitely be a bad thing. Businesses would buy less and the economy would constrict.
I don't want to take the John Deere Classic or any of our tourism events for granted, because that is what makes the Quad Cities different. It makes us unique differentiates us from other communities, and it's the reason to come here and not somewhere else.
And because of the tournament, the worldwide coverage showing how green and clean the Quad Cities is, Taylor says that's something that can't be bought. James Sears, Local 4 News.